Savage.
This program contains subject matter and language that may be disturbing to some viewers. Viewer discretion is advised.
Here we go again.
More technical problems. We live in the 21st century.
No!
Savage. Unfiltered.
The only reason I know this is because I lived under tyranny. I lived in
Oh, shut the fuck up. You're a fucking...
Your host, Michael Gardner.
Proper fashion at the proper time.
Like a Hellcat.
Hey guys, we made it.
Savage.
Hello, do not adjust your equipment. No, this is not Michael Gardner. I am Joseph M. Leonard, and I am hijacking this broadcast momentarily to issue a heartfelt thank you. Thank you to the clueless nation's fascocrats that tune into this show. Thank you. I've repeated over and over. And with that, let's get on with the show! Hello, do not adjust your set, your equipment. This is indeed not Michael Gardner. This is the far more handsome, this is the far more handsome and intelligent Joseph M. Leonard rather than Michael opening the show. I've got another show to run to, so Michael's letting me open up the show here, talking about NPR, so I just wanted to get these thoughts in. Some NPR people are losing their jobs. Good. They should all lose their jobs. And what's happening, of course, is the elites at the top of NPR aren't going to do with less. They want more. And since there isn't going to be any more federal money coming their direction, they're getting rid of the people at the bottom so they can keep more at the top. As fascocrats, elites always do. They profess to care about the little people, but don't. But we've been saying this for years. NPR should not exist anymore. NPR may have made sense when radio and TV first started. There weren't private entities. Today, there are millions upon millions of outlets, privately owned and operated, for you to get news and information from. The federal government should be funding only Voice of America to promote America abroad into enemy territories. We should not be allowing them to peddle propaganda here at home.
Yeah, I agree with you, Joe. I really do. And, this NPR, guys, I thought we were done hearing about NPR. I mean, but it's back on the radar. Back on the radar. You got any thoughts on that there, Sas?
Oh, I thought the economy's booming.
That's the administration.
What happened?
No,
we just.
According to Joe Biden.
Yeah, according to Joe Biden, we somehow created 18 million new jobs. Whoa! I guess where's the ballot? Oh, I see a ballot right there. No, I'm just kidding. It's pretty pathetic. I'm sorry.
You're right. Hey, Sauce, you're right. You're exactly right. They're manufacturing fake jobs just like they manufactured fake ballots. Like in Pennsylvania, they sent out 1.5 million ballots illegally in violation of Pennsylvania law. They got back more than 2 million ballots. Can anybody do simple math anymore?
No.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. But, guys, they're more worried about this shit. And I want to thank Sas for sending over these pictures here. We put a graphic in here. They're more worried about pride libraries in America.
Yes.
Yeah. This is the shit that they rather care about. George Floyd, the rainbow, what was that, a rainbow mass sauce or something? Safe zone. 4 or 5 different fathers and mothers of both transgender and gay and bisexual. This is exactly what they want to hear. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely. They talked about us wanting age appropriateness in school.
How is that age appropriate book?
Right.
How is that? Help me understand. How is reading about George Floyd age appropriate? How is talking about safe zone? How is talking about the LGBTQ youth a safe zone? And look at the book saying that she's a potato and a pea, saying that be happy about. What kind of a book is that?
Yeah.
And why would you put that in the child section area? You shouldn't be putting that, you dumb moron.
Yeah.
I mean, what about the kids?
That's exactly my point. Those aren't
Sorry for
age
interrupting.
appropriate, but they have taken, they literally have censored and banned books that they're trying to accuse us of. We're not talking about banning these books. We're making these books available at the high school level at the least where they can handle it. But they have taken out To Kill a Mockingbird and Huck Finn and all those Orwell books, because they dare not let people see that they are the party of what Orwell talked about these days. They want to pornificate our children and prevent them from learning reality. Bread and circus. Clueless Nation, look that up. Bread and circus. As long as you feed people enough breadcrumbs and keep them distracted with circuses, they maintain their power and control.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with it 100%. But let's get back to the NPR. That's all, folks. I mean, that sounds like Joe Biden from the other day. The NPR. There we go. The NPR is undergoing a reduction of roughly 10% of its workers. And I want to get Joseph's final thoughts as he departs, because he's got to get ready here in about a minute or two. Joseph, buddy, 1 minute or less, buddy. What's your final thoughts as you depart, sir? And I want to thank you for coming on, because Joseph's a busy man and a very highly political activist, conservative political activist in his own right. Joseph, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, buddy? NPR, nothing but progressive radio. And the government shouldn't be funding propaganda of one side or the other. Period. Neither side. It shouldn't be funding conservative radio like Limbaugh. Should Limbaugh have been funded by federal dollars? According to your NPR model, he should have been able to get money under that supposed fair and balanced what the hell's the stupid act that they're peddling about fairness and the airwaves. It's a bunch of crap. It's all about power and control, the deep state peddling the propaganda they want, and it should all be privately funded. If you want to help peddle the NPR message, then you send in your money. Stop fucking stealing it out of my pocket for it.
You're damn right. You're damn right. And before we close it up here with Joseph, and Sasanai is going to carry the show right after we depart from him, I want to say thank you to Live Rishi CBD products, guys. Get 20% off your entire order with code, and this is our exclusive code, guys, SAVAGE10. Make sure you hit that QR code to get our tremendous deal to you. It's about giving back to you, the listener. So thank you very much, Live Rishi, for sponsoring Savage Unfiltered for roughly a year now. Thank you very much. Hat tip to you. Back to the show.
Hey,
guys.
that's good, Michael. Yeah. We as conservatives often talk in terms of giving back. This might be a little bit of a stretch on that theme, but we're about giving and helping others, and the left is all about take. What can I take from you to give to that person to buy their vote for my power?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And guys, if you're looking on the camera, Joseph, you look very, very clear today with your new 1080K webcam, buddy.
Yeah, my 1080. There's still a little bit of ghosting. I thought that would go, so you could see that. And I figured it out. It's a contrast issue. The more I lean in, the more it clears up because there's a better contrast. The other thing I could do, it's because of my lily white skin tone, not giving enough contrast against the building is in the background. But
I was
going
to say, Joseph, you look like you're tan now. I thought you were in Florida and you're not telling me something. Hey, buddy, come on over, you bastard. You should have told me.
But what I think I need to do next week is to pull a Trudeau, a Silverman, a Kimmel, or a Joyless Behar and do blackface. That way there'll be better contrast.
No, that's Justin. That's Justin Trudeau. You gotta be Justin Trudeau.
Yeah.
He did blackface.
Yeah. All of those that I mentioned did. So did Sarah Silverman, Jimmy Kimmel, Joyless Behar. But of course, and what about Northam? We still don't know if he was the blackface guy or the KKK guy. But that's okay when leftists
who knew, Joseph,
do it.
But who knew, guys? I thought I would never do this on my own show in Joseph, because Joseph's been great here on Savage Unfiltered. But Joseph, I'm gonna let you get out of here, buddy. Get the hell out of here. Good luck with your next podcast appearance. Who are you appearing on, if you don't mind me asking?
Yeah, I'm doing a fourth week on the Wicked Campfire, and we're getting away from the book and politics. Today we're going to talk about remote viewing and astral projection, and we've talked about orbs and ghosts and stuff like that. So some different fun stuff. I'm not a one-trick pony. I can do a lot of stuff.
Hey, Joseph's multitask. There you go. Thanks very much, Joseph, for coming on, buddy. It means a lot.
Thank you, Joseph.
Thanks. Yeah.
We'll catch you on the flip side.
All right. Take care, everybody. God bless. I'll see you next week.
Take it easy, Joseph. All right, buddy. Guys, you just heard one of the co-hosts here on the show, Joseph M. Leonard, on the show here of show Savage Unfiltered, part of the Savage Army. Always a blessing and always a privilege talking to a man that's been in the political specter, the political world for over 45 years, Sauce. Can you believe that? 45 years, man. It's been a while.
That's longer than that's longer than I've been alive. 5 years. I wasn't even thought of. I didn't think my mom was alive back then. But another topic that I kind of want to touch on. Okay. Have you noticed like that the Republican Party has become really soft, and that they did the straw poll that was conducted, and guess what the Republican Party's favoring?
I don't know. What is it, Sauce? I can imagine.
Guess who was the most favored? Guess who was favored out of the whole straw poll? Out of all the candidates?
Tell me. I'm like a little child at Christmas. Who?
Which Cheney? Which Cheney? Which Cheney? Liz Cheney. Liz Cheney.
Oh, the Wicked Witch of we can't say the West because we already seen one. We can't say the Wicked Witch of the North because we already had that in the Wizard of Oz. So
Wicked
maybe
Witch
she's
of the Hell.
Witch of the Hell. Yeah, Wicked
Witch of Hell. Yeah. Isn't that sad? What?
It is very
what
sad.
are your thoughts? And guess what? So I voted for President Trump in the straw poll, and I also DeSantis as his vice president. What are your thoughts on this whole fiasco of them like beefing, like major beef? What are your thoughts on it? Do you think that Ron DeSantis should just run as a running mate with Donald Trump, or do you think that this is going to fracture the Republican Party for 2024?
Well, I'm going to be quick on it because I want to get back to the NPR, guys, because we have a lot to cover before we close it out here. My thoughts on it, Sauce, I think it's hilarious that the Democrats are literally battling each other out. I mean, we've heard AOC literally saying, we need to make this country a country that we can look at for the next 20 years. Almost sounds like a Bernie Sanders. What we need to do is make sure everything is fair and everything is non-complicated and this and that. We need to stop making this country a bunch of fascists of America. Oh, I thought you voted for a fascism. I thought you were all for the Green New Deal, AOC. I thought so.
Well, I thought we only had 12 years to live. That's what she said. Like Greta Thunberg. Yeah. Well, we have 12 more years. We have 5 more years. Well, that was tweeted out back in 2018. And then Greta Thunberg, she had to delete that tweet. And then I said, screw you, Greta Thunberg. And I tagged her into it because the left, No, literally, I said, screw you, Greta Thunberg, because all the Democrats care about is if they don't like this whole climate change. Watch out, mark my words, okay? 2024 on the Democrats polling, it will be on a victimhood. Oh, I'm a victim, and that's what NPR is playing right now. All those employees, oh, I'm a victim. Oh, NPR is very rude to me. You know, I was a tranny, and then I decided to identify as a zebra, but then NPR made me quit, and now I'm just gonna go out in the pasture and act like a donkey. You know, on the White House lawn. I mean,
good stuff, guys. Hold that thought, Sauce. We got to get a quick break. You know, we're going to close it out here with NPR, guys. Wow, a crazy topic of an episode. Be right back, guys.
A state of emergency at the Texas border.
Another series of major fentanyl busts in Arizona.
Joe Biden has brought in 5 million people with his failure to secure America's borders.
5 million illegals, including thousands of Chinese citizens.
President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris are in business with the cartels as they traffic humans and drugs across our border.
Fentanyl seizures are skyrocketing at the border.
Enough deadly and illegal fentanyl seized this year to kill every American.
In Georgia, fentanyl deaths have gone up by 230%. On average, over 300 Americans die every single day from fentanyl poisoning.
Why isn't this a national security crisis?
Immigration is a political issue.
This administration,
The border is not open.
it's like they're guilty of treason.
Fentanyl is killing more than 70,000 Americans a year.
I'm so sorry for the death of your 2 sons that died from fentanyl poisoning that should never have happened.
A poor mother who lost 2 kids to fentanyl. The interesting thing is that fentanyl they took came during the last administration.
You mock the loss of my sons. How dare you?
We are completely against the policies of the Biden administration that's allowing the murder of over 300 Americans a day from fentanyl, allowing the Mexican cartels to illegally make over $20 billion, and allow our country to be invaded every single day.
My best memory last summer would have to be July 4th at Sea Isle City. I was having so much fun. We were all working together to achieve that same goal, which was get the customer in and out as fast as possible with a delicious Wawa product.
What I love most is just the fun, camaraderie, the teamwork. It's just a great, fun place, equal opportunity. Can't beat it.
The fun, fast-paced environment in the summertime, it's like no other. You're, from the second you walk in the door to the second you leave, it is go, 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 but it's a ton of fun at the end of the day.
It's a great company to work for. They care for you and their leaders as well. And they always there to help out in every angle that associate needs it.
The 3 best things working at Wawa is teamwork, our Goose Pride, or otherwise known as Goose Blood, and community. Wawa's really, really focused on being there for the community. It's just a really fun experience to get involved with.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back to the show. As we conclude here, I want to touch a little bit more here on this NPR. Finally, NPR basically, you can't say they're going bankrupt. They're doing similar to similar companies such as Walmart. They're just like, I guess they're like budgeting, right? With their money and all that.
Are they though?
The NPR guys, I don't know if you heard in the beginning of this episode, the NPR guys is literally undergoing a reduction of roughly 10% of his workforce. Now, just recently, there was a facility in Atlanta's Midtown, okay, that is now letting go of employees, longtime employees, that's been there for, 10, almost 15 years. Now, that's big because there is a big facility in Atlanta of the NPR. Now, what does this say? I don't know. Sas, you got anything on this, buddy? NPR, it's a big one, buddy.
Oh, I do.
Big stuff.
And guess what I tweeted? So I said, I don't feel bad for NPR. When you go all woke, you lose followers. Hashtag LOL, funny, trending, broke. And I feel like this is what's happening with Disney World, which is actually in your neck of the woods. So NPR actually reported on this, where Disney World is about to have the biggest gay festival that they've ever had in Disney. And it's to combat Ron DeSantis' new bill. Well, literally, this is what happens when companies go woke and they decide to go too far left. People lose followers, lose revenue, and what happens? You have to make cutbacks, just like Walmart, just like Amazon, just like Facebook. I don't feel bad because this is the consequences of business. And once you started realizing, man, why are people picking up? Why are people clicking on the things that are matter? Why are we only reporting on one side? Man, let's look at ourselves. Clearly, they forgot to look at themselves in the mirror. And this is what happens. This is the consequences. And I think it's funny, actually. So back to you, Michael.
Yeah. I think it's hilarious. I really do. Well, one, I don't think it's hilarious for the workers because they're losing a career out of this. And, nothing against the workers, buddy, but, ma'am and sirs, right? I got to put the correct pronouns in because we live in a sensitive society and everybody might lose their fucking skulls. But, I do. I feel bad for the people there of NPR. And I wish the best of them. Maybe they can get another job. Hopefully they can, with the experience that they have. But, just recently, guys, hear this as we conclude with this. The NPR now, Sauce, is wanting to cancel 4 podcasts to the major layoffs. Yeah, they're going to cancel the podcast. Well, they can't afford to go on a podcast? What?
Wow. It's called Anchor.fm, or it's called Cutting Back, or it's called maybe changing your story so you don't talk about politics all the time. It's called broadening your horizon and getting different markets. That's what it's called.
Well, first, you're giving fake news. It's not Anchor FM anymore, guys. It's
Spotify.
It's Spotify, or podcasting by Spotify, or what the fuck is it called? Spotify by podcasting? It's one or the other. You guys can look it up. It's not Anchor FM. They rebranded again. But major budget gaps now show in excess of $30 million, Sauce. $30 million with these budgets. Crazy.
Oh, man. Well, hey, maybe they should just like the big banks, maybe they should ask Daddy Joey or Brandon. They should ask Mr. Brandon in the White House to bail them out. I'm sure he can bail that out with a big surplus that they're about to have, with the $6.8 trillion that they're about to spend. Why not? You're going to bail out everybody else, so
I'm sure they can. I'm sure they can do something, Sauce. I really do. There's a lot of companies, Sauce, that are having to go to that budget, and it's sad. It really is. It's really, really, really sad, guys. As we conclude this show, we're going to conclude here. I want to thank Sauce and Joseph. It's been a while since we've had them on, back and back together. Sauce and I just did a show just yesterday with the just everything. We covered, Sauce's public hearing, there, and, the political hell and everything else that Sauce is getting, and including myself and Joseph, all three of us. I mean, we're in a battle for it all, folks. We really are. And I really want to thank Sauce, and I want to thank Joseph. Really, I want to thank Sauce for going through all of it. I mean, the guy is like a Terminator. I mean, he goes, he hits it hard and doesn't stop, and he's willing to fight for his country. He really is. And
And even when people go after you, and it's really sad when your own political party and when your own neighbors and your own family goes after you when you're fighting for the right thing. And this is the thing that Michael and I gravitate towards. We're not fighting for right now. We are fighting for our kids and our kids' generation. That's what we're fighting for. And it is more than prevalent. And 2024 will be more than ever, because if we don't win in 2024, we're not going to have a nation anymore. We're not going to have a nation, and we're going to have a nation where people arrest you. We're going to we're going to have a nation where people arrest you for speaking out, for praying in public. We're going to have people arresting you. That's the sad part. And that's why, but before that happens, I hope to be dead.
You hope to be dead, Sauce?
Well, no. Well, it's going to come to that, but I don't want to be dead. But I'd rather go to prison fighting for freedom than not going to prison.
Either or, right, guys? Guys, we're going to conclude with this show. I want to thank everybody that tuned in, especially yesterday's show. It was a very heated show. This show today, was very heated, I thought, So I want to thank you guys that tuned in to Monday's show. I want to thank you to those who had tuned in to yesterday's show on Tuesday, which we got into entitlement and triggered, and then including today. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in to NPR with the layoffs. Tremendous 3 set of shows, guys. So thank you very much. Hat tip to you guys. And remember to hit that like and follow button on our Rumble page. And also, too, our audio on Spotify, iHeart. And I welcome some of my listeners, I hope all my listeners, to check out the Sash Report. He covers political views, thoughts. He gets into his daily devotion, his walk with Jesus, and very, very much spiritual passages that you can find on the Sash Report, which is part of his Remember God Loves You, and I'll meet you at the finish line spiritual part of that show. There's 2 shows in one pretty much, but it's through the Sash Report. Check it out on iHeartRadio, Spotify, Google, Apple, anywhere you hear a podcast, guys. With that being said, thank you very much for tuning into the show. And remember, guys, keep it savage. Join the Savage Army, and hopefully we'll see you at the finish line, so to speak, fighting for America. Take it easy, guys.